close your eyes and you imagine this landscape before we wrecked it, a full expression of its ancestry in this space, what would it look like and what would it tell you? Imagine everything you can, bring it down to applicable strategies like we have done with all the ancestral ways of thinking and relating and seeing the world so that we could bring about the best potential environment where we can raise the chickens.
What is the potential if this system succeeds? Like, what does it look like when it grows up? And what would that impact be? So really, what are the climate and social, economic impacts that the organization will have, not right now, not next year, but when it grows up?
So it's trying to build that data to a place that is like so solid in its foundation that people don't have a choice but to get on board.
And creating that access for people to be able to flourish and do these things that they're passionate about. With the support of the network and the alliance and the work that we're doing, we're helping to eliminate those barriers and help to fill those gaps.
It's difficult to make those partnerships. It's difficult to get buy-in. It's difficult to maintain the work over time. It requires having connections.
We're at a point in our human history that we are really looking at changing the paradigms that we operate under. And that's going to require us to create new sets of standards, new ways of looking at the world with a new lens, and that lens needs to have integrity to it. It needs to be something that we can verify is actually benefiting people, benefiting the planet, benefiting animals.
We need that validation because we forgot. Because today it's easy to forget what it takes to get our food from farm to table. We forget all the hands and all the lands involved in this vital journey, a journey that every one of us plays a role in shaping. All the stakeholders in our food system, farmers, processors, distributors, retailers, and everyone in between. We stand at this threshold of transformation. And together, we can shape a regenerative food system that nurtures people, restores our planet, and propels our economy. So now is the time to remember.
It's about understanding our connection to land, to environment, and to ecosystem.
Having conversations, learning from each other, bringing us together and connecting us back to our lands and our foods, and just bringing everyone that we can along the way.
Because that's how our ancestors reflected upon life, was how the Buffalo Nation reflected upon life.
Bringing everything back full circle and getting everything connected and webbed together so we're like relying on each other in a really beautiful way.
The reason that we're there at the plant today and it's just not another slaughtering day, I think makes a big difference, that we're producing or we're processing good quality food for human consumption that is going to nurture all our bodies and for the growing population.
So at one point in the future, hopefully the near future, I hope that providing that complex environment will be the standard for chickens.
Yo me siento seguro y me siento feliz porque el que lo va a comer ese producto no lleva ningún químico.
We have an opportunity to basically expand the window of continuous living cover on our ag landscapes.
But at some point, we're going to have hundreds of farms or thousands of farms, and where do they bring their chickens? Where do they bring the hazelnuts? Where do they bring the elderberries? And that's what we've been asked to solve for, and how can we make this as plug and play as possible?
And so if you were in an affinity group, that is a very important voice to have at the table.
It's like your one little piece may not feel super impactful, but when you add it all together with like-minded people, that's powerful.
It's not on the farmer to try to find their path forward. They're part of a system that actually has standards that guide the way for them to be able to enter the marketplace with confidence, knowing that they are following a set of guidelines, that they are going to be able to benefit from the practices that they're engaging in, that the work that they're doing is going to count towards something, and that it's going to actually be verifiable and show that it's being done with integrity.
The Regenerative Agriculture Alliance is supporting the development of regional pools of producers dedicated to the regenerative poultry model. This work represents a blueprint for local impact, for rural prosperity, and for the health of our land and water. This is the power of unity, of collective action, and together we'll scale this model, creating ripples of change that resonate through our communities. These stories are the heart of our movement, proof that change is inevitable when we unite with purpose. Let us stand in this story and forge a regenerative path for this world.